current one. Yes, you may have heard about a third stimulus package over the last few days, but guess what? A fourth stimulus package is next in store. How is this so? And how many stimulus packages will you see in the next few weeks? A lot. Those developments are unfolding tonight on Evenings LALATE. This is the first of a doubleheader tonight. The second show is 30 minutes after this one, so make sure you stay informed and stay with me by subscribing. Hit that subscribe button so you do not miss the next recording. And then I'm back taped tonight on Hazard Pay at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. This is LALATE. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, the most comprehensive financial news around the clock. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the most interactive with this chat now live shortly after 6 o'clock. If you watch this chat later in the evening, it's then taped. Big developments tonight as Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden both confirm that there will be multiple stimulus packages this spring and this winter as well. And they're going to be already working on them immediately. In fact, Nancy confirms that they're already drafting the fourth stimulus package as we sit here right now. So this is really quite surprising. How did this unfold? What's going on? I have all the incredible details for you in this recording. Also, if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. The link to become a member is at the top of the chat, in the description, and also in the pinned comment. Become a Purple Hawk, or Calcino VIP. Nancy Pelosi, in an interview yesterday, explained that she believes that certain items may not survive the Senate parliamentarian. Who is that? I'll tell you that in a second. But that if they do not, they're going by their own stimulus package bill. And those comments were made by Joe Biden last night as well. I have both of the comments, and let's get right to it. Nancy Pelosi was asked that, do you have a concern that some would say that some things may not fit in the bill? Does that mean they're not going to get done? And will you be disappointed if you look at the bill and then something doesn't get done? Nancy Pelosi's response was, we can't hope that we can get it in a reconciliation. I'm referring to a minimum wage. I'm a veteran of reconciliation bills over time, and I know, shall we say, the struggle that it frequently is to have everything comply in a way that meets the standards of the Senate in terms of the Byrd rule. But we in the House just sort of think of it as a House of Lords attitude. Why don't we just get things in and pass it with an up or down with one person? Why do we have to have one person determine what's in there? Just put it in there, vote it up or vote it down. But in any event, we have been very proud of the legislation. And again, and these are the key words. These are the key words. Listen carefully. But again, it's not the last bill will pass. Wow. This is a recovery or rescue bill. This is a recovery package. We must pass this bill right now to crush the virus, to save livelihoods. That's its purpose. But this is not the only bill. The next bill will be the recovery bill. Wow. So this is huge. We're legislators, and we've already started working on some of the provisions of the Recovery Act. That's why we're here. That's what we're doing. That's why we're always ready for the next piece of legislation. What does this mean? This means several things. One, it means that there's a fourth stimulus package, and a fifth stimulus package, and a sixth stimulus package. That means that not everything belongs in a reconciliation bill. And that means that her comments are consistent with Joe Biden's also last night. Joe Biden was asked by CBS in advance of the Super Bowl, which has the broadcast of tomorrow's game, what he thought about what's going on with the stimulus package. And when asked by CBS's Nora O'Donnell if he thinks that the Senate rules will prevent the $15 minimum wage for getting in there, he says, my guess is the minimum wage will not be in there. I don't think it's going to survive. But does that mean he's not doing it? Oh no, that means he's doing it as a standalone bill. I'm prepared as the President of the United States on separate negotiations of minimum wage to get it done. No one should have to work 40 hours a week and live below the poverty level. And if you're making less than $15 an hour, you're living below the poverty level. So this is huge. If you're just joining me at the 5 minute mark, let's understand where we are tonight. The reconciliation bill was passed on Friday. You're going to get a stimulus check. $1,400 stimulus check for individuals, $2,800 for a married couple, $3,200 for adult dependents, $1,400 for children. If you're on any type of benefits like SSI and SSDI, you're getting a stimulus check, $1,400 or $3,200. It's as simple as that. That's the reconciliation bill. It's law. It was passed on Friday. It's anchored to rubber band, paper clipped, scrungy crunch to the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. But when that $1.9 trillion stimulus package is worked upon and lands in the Senate, what will happen to it? Well, in the video right after this at 7:30, at 7 o'clock, right after, well, maybe it's almost 6:30, the video right after this, I will explain what's going to happen. But as a preview of that video, let me explain what's going to happen. The bill is going to land in the Senate. And actually, let me even back it up before that. When is the bill going to be worked on? The bill is going to be worked on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. In the video right after this, thank you for Shanna for the nice super chat. I really appreciate it. The bill will be worked upon on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. In the major part of the bill will be worked in the Ways and Means Committee. They have almost $900 billion of the $1.9 trillion bill. So they're going to work on the language Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then the bill has to be finalized by February 22nd. It will then land in the Senate. And then the Senate will introduce it to who? The Senate parliamentarian. The Senate parliamentarian. I have more about her tonight, right after this video. She's going to see the bill and say, wait a second, eviction moratorium does not belong in a federal budget bill. Nor does mortgage forbearance, and no does a $15 minimum wage. They have to go out. What is she referring to? She would be referring to the Byrd Rule. The Byrd Rule, B-Y-R-D, refers to a former congressional leader. And that Byrd Rule requires that any reconciliation bill that lands in the Senate has to deal with budgeting. And if it doesn't, it has to be out. And so that's what she's going to do. And that's when you're going to have a law. That's when you're going to have a check. That's when a $1,400 stimulus check will be in the mail to you, $2,800 of married couple, $3,200 for adult dependents, and $1,400 for children. In the video right after this at 7:30, 7 o'clock, I explain the implications of her, the parliamentarian, and why it's good for you. It's good for you because you're going to see not one, not two, not three, not four, but dozens potentially stimulus check bills in 2021. What's going on here? What's going on here is that they had to do a very big bill to do FPUC, $400 a week from January to September, and UI and PUA. They had to do that with stimulus checks and hazard pay and EIDL and $1,700 of financial aid for college students and $1,400 of paid sick leave and tax credits and hazard pay and rent and utilities and food. And they had to do all this massiveness in a big bill, and they had to get it out as fast as possible. If you're watching this video and say, why can't they do it right now? Because it's a law. It's a law. There's a constitution and there's orders of how the Senate works. And there's orders about how the House works. They can't just send out a check. The only way they could have sent out a check faster is if the Republicans had agreed. And they didn't. They want to send out a $1,000 check to half of the viewers of this channel. That's not going to happen. And they didn't want to do any. They didn't want to improve your FPUC at all. So instead of that, you have to wait an extra week or two and to get a $1,400 check. And this is how it works. Now, let me go over some of the confusions that have surfaced about the check in recent days and answer them right now with 650 people in the room and 245 likes. First, do you have to get the vaccine to get the check? No. Next, have they changed income eligibility for the check? No. The check won't become law until March. Incorrect. It's February. Um, will people on SSI and SSDI and Social Security get a check? Yes, of course you will. You either get $1,400 if you're an individual or $3,200 if you're adult dependent. You get the same as everyone else. Next, why is the adult independence check $3,200? Because you're getting three retro checks. People may also say, I'm an adult dependent. I never got a stimulus check. Why would I get this one? Because this one is to pay for the ones you never got. Sort of obvious. I never got them. Why am I getting this one? Because this is for the checks you never got. Oh, okay. So you never got the first one, $1,200. You never got the second one for $600, and now you're getting this one for $1,400, $3,200. What other questions do I often get? Is it taken out for debt collection, child support, back taxes? No, 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 no. How soon would I get the stimulus check? You would start to see people in the chat receiving the check. Start, that's the key word, about 10 days after it becomes law. So it's about 10 days after it becomes law. When would it become law? Well, the bill has to land in the Senate on February 22nd. And then the parliamentarian of the Senate, hey, Alicia, thank you for this dancing pear. I really appreciate it. If you're at home, dance, get up and dance, because there's a dancing pear on the screen. It's pear, not bear. There's a dancing pear on the screen. Pear alert, pear alert. Sharon says, good, thank you, Alicia, for the dancing pear. You want to ensure that you track these things. It's important to know when things become law. You know why? You know why it's important to know when things become law? Because you're a purple hawk. You're ready to pounce, because as soon as something goes live, guess what? You're ready to get that moolah. You're ready to get that moolah, and I don't mean a stimulus check, which is automatic. If you are any of you on this channel, you qualify for at least 5 items on the third stimulus package. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what? It's not automatic. You have to do something. You can't put your feet up and eat the chocolate donut. Hey, Nadine, how are you? Wow, it's Purple Power. Welcome, Nadine, for becoming a Purple Power. Everyone, welcome Nadine to the family. How are you? So these 5 items are delineated in the PDS, which I just posted to the video's channel. Manuel Valdez, what I missed? Everything. They gave away Rolls Royces for the first 15 minutes of this video. Yeah, I just missed everything. And they're giving out Bentleys before that as well. Hey, Chandel, with Dime Lemon. I love Drunk Dime Lemon. I love Drunk Dime Lemon, especially on New Year's Eve. He's just hysterical, Drunk Dime Lemon. But, so there you are. Thank you. Bump, I couldn't see what that said. Who was that? I don't want to kill the camera. Don't kill the camera. Runyon person. Oh, funny person. That was funny person. How are you, funny person? I appreciate the funny sticker from the funny person. There you are. Now, the excitement of stimulus. Oh, I looked down and something else happened. Angel Fund. Well, thank you, Angel Fund, for the massive dancing pear. My goodness. Thank you so much. And there's Darwin Ferrier. Wow, the screen is screaming. Everyone welcome Darwin to the family, and thank you for that massive super chat. I really appreciate it. Dancing pear. Pear alert. C. Darwin. Everyone welcome C. Darwin. Scott Horn with winged lemon. It was super lemon. I really appreciate it. The super lemon is just killing me. I love it. The excitement of stimulus is really heating up. At the 14-minute mark already. That was quick. Let me give you the big update where we are at the midday point of this video. The midpoint of this video is the incredible great news that your second stimulus package is going to get followed by a third stimulus package, and that's going to get followed by a fourth stimulus package. And that's going to get followed by a ninth stimulus package if you're doing Larry Kudlow math. Why do we know this? Because Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden said that overnight. Joe Biden said the following. He was asked by CBS's Norah O'Donnell on Friday if he thinks that his $15 minimum wage in his $1.9 trillion stimulus package will pass the parliamentarian. Will the parliamentarian, that's a person, will the Senate parliamentarian allow him to do that? My guess, it will not be in the bill. I don't think it's going to survive the Senate parliamentarian. But that's not the purpose of the quote of why I'm reading it. It's the next sentence. I'm prepared as the President of the United States on a separate negotiations to get it done. Separate bill. Bottom line is you're going to see bill after bill after bill after bill. I know it's strange as you're sitting here. Hey, oh my goodness, Alma with a massive super chat. My Lord, Alma, thank you so much. That is absolutely, and it's gorgeous. What is he's hitting on some buildings? That is wonderfully kind. Thank you, Alma, for the wonderful dancing pair. That's an enormous dancing pair. Pair alert. It's important to understand why Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden's comments are so good. Such good news, such great news, is because that you in 2020 saw two bills, and just two bills. You saw Heroes Act and Heals Act. Heroes Act, Heals Act. Heroes Act, Heals Act. Then you heard Heroes Light and Heals Light and and Heroes sort of light and Skinny Heals. It was like enough already. We hear the same two bills all year long. Well, this year, what you're going to hear is bill after bill after bill. This week, you heard three bills on this channel. And in 1 week, can you imagine 3 bills in 1 week on this channel? You heard the $1,000 baby bond bill, $1,000 when a baby's born, put in a trust account, 3% interest from the federal government up to age 18. You heard the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness bill. You're now hearing in this recording that Joe Biden's going to do a standalone bill for the $15 minimum wage. That's bill number 3. I mean, it's actually not even a week. That's since Thursday. That's 48 hours. You've seen 3 bills, 2 of which have actually been introduced. One which Joe Biden says, I'm ready to introduce it right away. So what's important to understand is 2021 is going to have bill after bill after bill after bill. And you need to have patience as a viewer for your respective bill, whatever it particularly is, whether it is minimum wage or it's something else, because Joe Biden's doing bill after bill. The reason they had to do this by reconciliation is they got to get that stimulus check out. There's nothing more important in this country than that stimulus check to go out. It goes to all the viewers of this channel. There is no one that's disqualified from the stimulus check on this viewers this channel because there's no one. Elon is not tuning in. Hi, Elon. He's not there. Everyone that tunes into this channel qualifies for that stimulus check. They had to get that stimulus check out as fast as possible. And this is the fastest way under the Senate and House rules to get that out, to get it done. Why is this the first time that we have to hear someone from the Senate has to approve the bill, says Cheryl? Because there's 3 provisions. There's 3 provisions in the bill that won't survive. The rest will survive. And in the video right after this, because I spend most of the time at the 6:30 mark of tonight's videos to go over what that parliamentarian person does. But the bottom line is she has nothing to do with your stimulus check. She has nothing to do with your FPUC. She only has to do with things. She only has to deal with one issue of whether the item has to do with the federal budget. And guess what? Eviction moratorium doesn't have to do with the federal budget. Mortgage forbearance doesn't have to do with the federal budget. But don't worry about either of them. Why? Because there's a fix. I missed that super chat. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, whoever. Just see if I can grab it. Let's see if I can grab it. Hey, David Ortiz. Oh, hey, David. How are you? Don't worry about eviction moratorium or mortgage forbearance because Joe Biden is going to do it by executive order. Don't worry about that. And you are going to get mortgage money, which is different than mortgage forbearance. You're going to get mortgage money under the third stimulus package, and you're going to get rent money. It's just rent moratorium, meaning eviction moratorium, and mortgage forbearance, which means you can't be foreclosed upon. That will go by executive order. Also, the $15 minimum wage will go by standalone bill. So that's why we have this parliamentarian issue. It has nothing to do with anything that we really talk in core about on this channel, but the only reason I'm bringing up the parliamentarian is so you understand why things take 2 weeks, and why things take a certain amount of time. Because I've seen a lot of comments where people say they don't care. They don't care. They're wasting time. They're dragging their feet. No, there's actually the Constitution. It's all actually the Senate rules. So, I'm not defending these people because, they did drag their feet in 2020. I mean, they're absolutely to blame for what happened in 2020. Wow, a 20-minute mark on the clock. Thank you for the nice comment, Shurel. I really appreciate it. Wall Street's very excited about stimulus for next week. Wall Street's very excited. They think I am too. Art Hogan, chief market strategist at National Security, says rates are actually going up because the real expression of the potential of economic activity is likely to start accelerating, and we'll see some inflation. Next, tomorrow is the Super Bowl. And with the Super Bowl, I may have said this before. I'm going to say it again because it's very, very important. Dr. Fauci appeared on Ari Melber last night and said, listen, don't make the Super Bowl into a super spreader. Enjoy the Super Bowl, but we don't need to do it with a large crowd of people in your house. Elliot, if you had to predict, how many checks do you think we'll receive? Funny person. How many checks do you think we'll receive? I think it depends on how well this economy rebounds. If this economy looks really good by July, and they get if they get vaccinated an enormous percentage of this population by July, and the economy looks good, maybe another check. If this economy does not look good by June or July, and they've not vaccinated enough people, then I think you'll see a third check in 2021. I think that what Nancy calls what is that word? Rebound Act. I always Nancy refer to language. This is the rescue plan. The next one's the recovery plan. I guess rebound plan. Whatever. The next one, when we're reopening, that certainly has a stimulus check in there. But if we aren't at that reopening in July and we're struggling, you could see another stimulus check. And I think it's sort of dependent on these variants. I think it's very dependent on these variants of the virus more than even the economy. So this is what Dr. Fauci said: enjoy the Super Bowl, but don't do it with a large crowd of people in your house in a place where it's cold and you don't have good ventilation. It's a perfect setup for a mini super spreader event in your own house. Don't do it for thou. There are other Super Bowls. Don't do it this year. If you don't know the status of a person who is vis-a-vis whether they're infected or not, you're really putting yourself and your family in danger. Meantime, Super Bowl will be held tomorrow at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. 22,000 people will be in attendance, but of those, 30% are vaccinated healthcare workers who got a surprise call and said they were invited. It's a really good idea. It's a good move by the NFL. I love that. The rest of the attendants, all the attendants will be wearing masks provided to them by the NFL. They're KN95 masks. Tampa's mayor, Jane Castor, and the Kansas City's mayor have both issued massive orders preventing bars and places from staying open. 1,000 people in the room with 500 likes. Wow, that's pretty good. Hey, David Ortiz, thank you for the meow. Cat alert. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 in the room and 1,000 likes. Get those likes up. That was a great question. I couldn't see it. Let's see if I can grab it. Elliot, is there a way we can meet you in person? I would love to meet other Purple Power members and family in person as well. Anything's possible, absolutely. Thank you for the comments about the shirt. There's so many comments about the shirt. I don't know if I like it, but it's I know it looks good on camera. So yeah, now, there you go. Let me answer some of your 2000. I'm wondering if there's going to be a standalone bill on things. Yes, I mean the every single. Let me make something really clear because I've not made it clear. That's a great question. You have only seen these monster bills since 2020, and this one's a monster bill because it has 32 items in it or 28 items. After this monster bill, after this one, when this one's done, it's going to be all standalone bills. There's not going to be any more monster bills. It's going to be this bill for that, and this bill for that, and this bill for that. Everything is going to be what we call standalone bills, or just a normal bill. It'll be for this, a bill for this thing, and a bill for that thing. And so, yes, absolutely every bill after this will be what you call a standalone bill, or just a normal bill. It'll be a standalone bill. Are those squares? Yeah, they are. Well, yeah, they're squares or squares on an angle. So everything after this will be a single bill. You won't see any more behemoth bills until we see the reopening bill or whatever she calls it, recovery act. So there you go. Let's see some of the 2,000 questions from last night's recording. 1,100 in the room and 500 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 in the room and 1,000 likes. Let's see if we can get going. I know there's a lot of people going out and having fun tonight because it's Super Bowl weekend. How are Congress's cooks doing? Alec Gregory. Cory Booker is still stuck in his urban. Oh, I'm not reading that comment. Oh boy. Yeah, sorry. I stopped myself just in time. Boy. I mean, that's the problem with doing a cold read on camera. Even some words pass. Hey, Papas, we're striving EJ's question with the upcoming rent and utilities. When should we have it ready? Purple Power. So, Papas, that's a great question. And I'm glad he asked that question. Whenever you're watching a video on this channel and you're thinking about getting some rent or some utilities, I want you to understand that there is now 3 types of rent and utilities you can get, and one you can get now. You can get one now by reaching out to the volunteers and the community page, not the YouTube community page, but the LLA community page, which is news.la.com/community. They can help you get you rent right now. Then, when they're helping you get rent right now, they're also using the resources of the second stimulus, the Mar-a-Lago stimulus, because, like, for example, California has just opened rent assistance in California. Then, when third stimulus becomes law, they'll be able to help you with that as well. But for now, don't wait for third stimulus for rent utilities. Reach out to the volunteers right now, unless you can do it yourself as well. All right. So the first line of Ellie of that comment, I'm just wow. I can't believe it posted. Let me go to the next one. Tim Deucer, we can't even get second stimulus, and we're worried about third stimulus and more. What gives? Can't even get second stimulus. I'm worried about third stimulus. What gives? You know, I had this comment like in November when I first started doing third stimulus, and people are like, "Why are you doing third stimulus? We're not even done. We're not even done with second stimulus." Well, guess what? We're not even done with third stimulus. I'm on the fourth stimulus right now. Did you see the titles of today's videos? They have fourth stimulus in the title because we're on fourth stimulus and we're heading to fifth stimulus. So catch up. Do you want me to put a tow hitch behind me? I can put a tow hitch behind you. Help tow you to the fourth stimulus line because we're going past third stimulus, we're heading right to fourth stimulus. Let's get going. Hurry up. Come on, pick it up. Get your butt off the ground. We're going to fourth stimulus. Get moving with me, all right? Ron McGobbin. Wouldn't that be something if the little guys and little girls got stimulus first? That's referring to the baby bod story yesterday. There's a lot of reverse age hating going on here. People not liking babies before older people. Robert, Jeremy, people are starting to lose it. Like seriously, Sufanda Samuels. All this waiting is literally tiresome and mentally exhausting. There's nothing but a whole lot of talking for months. Let's get on with this. No, they actually have a bill now, and now they're modifying the bill. But yeah, they are getting on with it. But 2020 was a lot of talking. Teresa Props. Still haven't heard anything about that. Sharon. When it comes Sharon Rosenberg. When it comes to speed from this government, I believe they fell asleep for the next 40 years like Rip Van Winkle. Oh my goodness. They fell asleep for 40 years. Yeah, Sharon says they move too slow. They're like Rip Van Winkle. Melanie Wolf. People losing jobs, taxes going up. Toby Jordan. Don't hate the truck. Now get the hitch and the trailer across the finish line. Next, get the convoy going to the next stimulus. Much help needed for the American people. I like that. He wants the convoy to go over the finish line as well. I sort of like that. It's better than the school bus. Just don't bring me that school bus. Just don't give me that school bus analogy. Kathy Harris. Wow, this is ridiculous. Uh, Blair McGlory. Disco Justice. Hit the script and it'll be lower it down now. Kathy Harris. Well, it looks like Biden got a lot of votes for a lot of promises. Is he going to run out of ink before he signs the checks? No, the federal government can print as many checks as they want. That's how the Treasury works. They can just print money if they want to print some money. Donna Harris, look at the job loss because of Biden. Well, though, that was in January. Thank you for the dancing bear. Wait a second, let's see who that was. Sean Adams, thank you for the dancing bear. And then, there was something from Funny Person. LA, I'm confused. I see PUA in Virginia says I applied in 2021. PUA? I don't know. That's confusing. Tamara, someday my cash will come. Is she singing that comment? Someday my cash will come. Lynn, they make minimum wage $15 an hour. The rest of small business will close. That's exactly what they want. Okay, so this is a person who doesn't like the $15 minimum wage. A lot of people do. James Aldridge. Enormous pain is weighing on to become a law. Nothing going to happen. Just a bunch of overpaid senators. Maybe we'll become a law before everything expires again. Original play games. People wake up to this, what is O from the 2020 Biden? Ain't gave nothing. You just a bunch of old junk bells. Satan's Devil. I'll have to comment. Hey, William, thank you for the dancing pair. I really appreciate it. Satan's Devil left a comment. That's actually the viewer's name. Satan's Devil. Doesn't matter if they make minimum wage $15 an hour. Doesn't anyone know that everything will just go up in price anyway? And a hamburger will cost $7 and a Coke will cost $3. Viewers basically saying they're going to raise price of goods if they raise minimum wage, which is a common retort. Lilyburn Berkey, we need a little less talk, a little more action. Robert Daller, help is on the way. One fine day. And there we go. Well, those are great comments. Those are very, very wonderful comments. Thank you for those great comments. If you have comments as well, drop them in the comments below, and I may answer them tomorrow's recording. That was some of the 2,000 comments from today's recording. Wow. So there you are at the 33-minute mark with 1,300 people room and 600 likes. Disgraceful. 600 likes. Sean dropped a comment. Let me see if I can see it. If September's are unemployed till September, will they receive it? If people are unemployed till September, will they receive it? Yeah. So the way Joe Biden's third stimulus, get those likes up. Come on now. Get those likes up. It's free to like the video. The way his third stimulus package will work is it will provide an extension of UI and PUA and FPUC till September. There's this one strange report out there about FPUC. I don't even know if I want to repeat it on camera because I don't think it's accurate. Well, it's not accurate, but sometimes I wonder if I should tell you incorrect news so you know it's incorrect news, or just not repeat it, because if I repeat incorrect news, then you may hear it and they're like, oh my goodness. But there was some really incorrect news out there today about unemployment. So just be prepared to see some crazy stuff out there. Now at the 35-minute mark, what a day it is. I'm back live with you in about 5 minutes from now. Hey, Mishi B loves purple. Well, thank you, Mishi B. How are you? Thank you for the super chat. I'm back in about 5 minutes from now. Did I say 30 minutes from now? I'm back in 5 minutes from now, and and in 5 minutes from now, I will be going over why the Senate parliamentarian is so important to what's happening in the third stimulus package. You're going to suddenly go from master stimulus class to PhD stimulus class. You're going to be able to open or turn on any broadcast news channel and say, they don't know what they're talking about. LLA explained this to me last night. I know exactly who this woman is. I know exactly what she does. And that news reporter just doesn't know what she's talking about. You're going to be PhD stimulus on the video right after this. I had to research this myself. I did not know it. I learned it. And now I'm going to explain it to you. You know why I learned it? Because I tuned into one of the broadcast news channels tonight. And the person was asked, the anchor turned it to the reporter, said, can you tell me when we're getting to the stimulus package? Now that they passed the reconciliation bill, when they're going to get to it? They'll get to it soon. Back to you, Jen. I was like, wait a second, where's the analysis? Get to it soon. That was the whole report. Back to you, Jen. See you in the studio. Okay. With 1,200 people in the room and 700 likes. So thank you for joining me on Evenings LA. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes from now. All you have to do is make sure you're hip to the alert button so you'll see a new feed when the new feed goes live. It's important you watch the next video because it will be going over the items of the third stimulus package, and it will also go over the big developments about this Senate parliamentarian. Stay informed and stay focused. Thank you for all the time, and stay with me for more on LLA.